Freedom, we need freedom, 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 we need freedom, 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 we need freedom, freedom, freedom.
Yeah. Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is your brother Anaya Yaakov. I have here with me some actual facts here, an actual timeline here of what the actual what the biblical Hebrew Israelites went through in past, and that timeline actually connects with the Americas, the actual event of being enslaved in the western part of Africa. I have here with me, if to some maybe, it may be the actual proof that is needed to basically prove who. Uh-oh, my brother just sent me a text here telling me that they just passed the health care bill. And he just sent me an article. And you know, the health care bill is a big step for us, if you will. It's YouTube news, but I know that they haven't even voted yet. They're still debating on the GOP. I don't understand how exactly he's concluding that they passed the bill. I mean, news getting out a little too early here. Obama asked the House to vote on health care bill. This is the article he sent me. I'll put it in the more section. President Obama summoned Democrats to answer the call of history Saturday as the House pushed towards the vote. No, they haven't passed it yet. They haven't passed it yet. Why is this saying that they passed it? This isn't right. Nah, we still got an hour until to pay for the expenses coverage. No. Nah, we still got an hour. So let me continue on with my lesson here. You know, it's getting ready to be an exciting. This whole thing was getting ready to change from the timeline of the biblical Hebrew Israelites to they passed the bill, but nah, they're not gonna pass it until an hour from now. And I'll 9 times out of 10 I'll probably be on here. But back to the lesson. The thing here is we have the timeline that actually connects us to Israel, and I am going to prove that through a historical timeline. Now, with this timeline, it cannot be refuted any longer. We will stand as a people. It is about to go down like 4 flat tires, if you will. But of course we know in 920 BCE, Israel was split up into 2 different nations, which was Israel and Judea. But that's beside the point. I'm just trying to read the whole outline here so I won't lose track. Now, in recorded history, prior to 740 AD, prior to then there was 5 actual Roman Jewish wars. There were 5 great Jewish wars, if you will. The first one was in 70 AD when they killed a hell of a lot of us. Y'all, we were so in number that Flavius Josephus, and I read the account. Flavius Josephus said that we were so much in number that they got tired of killing us. I mean, Titus looked at his people and was like, man, y'all getting tired. Of course they getting tired. We was just that many in number. But the thing is, we were so great in number that they said, okay, you know what? Let's just take 97,000 of them and enslave them. So our brothers went all over the world, if you will. We went north, we went south, we went east, and we went west. We dispersed everywhere. The ones who went north only went in north in slavery, because I'm going to show you a map. There it is. That basically tells you how they came around from the north and to capture us. And now, if they came from the north, the only place to run was south. And south was there was two places that was south: Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. You know, now these areas here, the Arabian Peninsula backs up the Lambda tribe, which is in South Africa, that say that they traveled all the way through the Arabian Peninsula around the eastern part of Africa into Africa, all the way down to South Africa. That supports their statement. And the Phoenicia Ethiopian Jews that are in Ethiopia supports their claim of us being in the east. But now there was something about things that were being said that I could not really put a finger on. It was the fact that we were in North Africa, but we fled around that Mediterranean area, you know. And in that Mediterranean area, it was recorded that the majority of us in let me see, the majority of us in which year? The year 70 AD, between 70 AD and 1250, the year 1250, you know, it was recorded that the Jews of Southern Europe and Asia Minor lived under the often intolerable rule of the kings in cleric. But it says here, but most of the Jews live in the Muslim Arab realm. In the Muslim Arab realm, they say it was Andalusia, North Africa, Palestine, Iraq, and Yemen. So now the majority of us lived in those areas: North Africa, Palestine, Yemen, Andalusia, Iraq, or whatever have you. I can't quite grasp the pronunciation of that word. But in around that time, around that time was the time that we dwelled there in North Africa. Now, I'm gonna go through these wars. Now, before 740, before 740 AD, if you will, we had 5 different wars that we never won. We won no wars. See, Titus said these are people rejected by God. We won no wars. We lost all the wars. But the thing that's significant here is that on the last war, which was between 610 and 625 AD, the revolt against Heraclius, the revolt against Heraclius, it is recorded beyond a shadow of a doubt that 3 years after that event, which is 628 AD, it says the Jews were exiled and expelled, leaving Israel empty of Jewish presence. Now, our brothers, there was not one Jew in Israel, Jerusalem, or anywhere, none whatsoever, because we were expelled, because we kept revolting. We kept trying to get our land back. 5 different wars, and they got tired of us. So they cast us out, y'all. Not one of us was remaining in Israel, and we were expelled, never to return. But of course, you know, we're going to return in the future, but never, to their recollection, never to return. Now, the Jews who returned were not us, y'all. They were not us. The thing here is, in 740 CE, if you will, the century 740 AD, the Khazars embraced the Jewish faith in Judaism because and it became the state religion. It was a political decision for them to do such a thing. So when they did their little converting to Judaism, they inhabited the land. Them and the Muslims inhabited the land in the midst of our exile, if you will. So Now, no Jewish presence was in here after 628 AD. There was no Jewish presence. Now, this is the thing. This is the research that I did, y'all. You know what I mean?